So I wanted today's animation to be an explosion. However, I can think of two different ways to animate an explosion. So I'm gonna do both. Alright, so I'm gonna give it a flat background. I feel like that makes the most sense. Now, whether that actually does or not is a completely different discussion. Anyways, we're gonna give it a small amount of detail like this, you know what I mean? Alright, there we go. And then the rest of it, we're gonna give it this color. And then what we're also gonna do is make the outline not completely black. I'm gonna make it grey just like the rest of it, purely because it just looks that little bit better to me, for some strange reason. Now for the explosion itself, we're gonna follow a general shape like this. Okay, maybe not. Nope. Alright, that is way too off-centered. I like it, but it's way too off-center. Then we're gonna go over it again, but like this. Now, is this necessary? No, but I mean, this is all in the hopes of a better looking explosion. Now, it might still look garbage, but I mean, let's just see. Looking alright. But now, the actual shape of the explosion will be something very simple. So maybe something like this. And this is the endpoint, which basically means I'm going to add in between these frames and keep adding in between until I like how it looks. And if I don't quite like how it looks, I'm just going to keep adding more frames. My goodness, a whole wrist workout. About to develop carpal tunnel just from this. Dang. Now I say this as if this is not something I 100% brought upon myself. No one's forcing me to make this. Alright, so I've chosen a couple random colors. Here's one of them and here's the other one. These are the two colors that we're going to give our smoke or dust or whatever you want to call this. Also, if you're wondering why do we have brownish smoke and dust in a completely grey background, stop asking questions. Alright, and now I basically just got to do the same thing for the multitude of other frames here. Nice. Alright, so now I've done all these frames, I'm just going to go through and basically color all these. And alright then. Now even though the point of this animation was for it to be like very simple, not too like complicated or detailed or anything like that, we could still add like another layer of like this. So it kind of looks like that. And I actually kind of want to do it now. Alright, I have fully made my decision. I'm committing to the idea. Alright, this should be the last little bit. Alright, let's see it. I am so glad I committed. Now, not to self-glaze or anything, but look at that. And as we already know, with every explosion comes an impact frame. Or maybe two. So that being said, that is what I'm going to do now. Right, so here's our impact frame. It's nothing incredible, but it gets the job done. But now the cool part is if we play the animation. Now it looks a little more like an explosion's happening, and not just random shapes flying around. I mean, it still kinda does, but you get what I mean though. As you can see, there are like mountain, rock things here, and here there's not. And that's mainly because they get destroyed by the explosion that you're looking at, but still there should be some little bits from these things flying around somewhere, so we're gonna add some debris into the background too. So I don't really have a plan for this debris, so there's nothing new here. So I'm basically just gonna draw random shapes until I think it looks good, and then that's it. Okay, so it took a bit of time, but I'm happy with it. Now I could add more debris than this, but I don't wanna like overcrowd the shot or anything and just make it look stupid. However, that does not mean we're done. So explosion number 2 is going to be probably like your typical looking anime explosion. Something like whatever's up on screen now. Hopefully I'll put something up. Not like this. There we go. Maybe like that. And then we can like mirror. No. I think that actually looks worse than the last one. So if we go like this. Then what if we had like a... Okay. Something like that. Okay, I think we can do something with this. So let's bust out the yellow real quick. And if you're at all wondering how I know where to put these shapes, I don't. I just be putting them wherever, and then most of the time it just works out. Now if we fill in the yellow, okay. Or does that look a little too much? A little too excessive? Okay, so I've come to the conclusion that it does not look too excessive, but rather looks great. Immaculate even. So at the moment I'm just drawing the end point. Alright, now for these small yellow shapes, kind of want it to go down like this, you know what I mean? And then kind of do that, almost as if it's kind of rolling or getting like sucked into like the middle point, because then we're also going to have this side come up here like that, you know what I mean? I hope you know what I mean. You better know what I mean. Might even get an extra couple shapes here like that. And we could even bring in like other shapes up here too, to also get sucked into this one point. Last frame, let's go. I'm gonna quickly color the inside like that. Wait, should I fill it in with orange or... Wait, I have an idea. Right, might look a little strange, but I mean, that's just what we do around here. Never mind. I was gonna go red, but no, I like orange better. So it has now come to my attention that there's no beginning frame for the explosion. There's the impact frames and then nothing, and then the explosion. So I'm gonna add something here real quick. Alright, awesome. Then if we go like yellow or something here. Alright, let's see how that looks. I feel like there should be just a little bit more in between this here. I'm trying to add another frame. It looks like something's wrong with like the build-up, but I don't know exactly what it is. Right, so instead of whatever the hell that was, I instead opted for something like this. And I'm not gonna lie, I think it's pretty nice, so I'm gonna stick with it. Now there's a million different things we can do to this explosion, but first, I think what we're gonna do is probably add just a little bit of like smoke or something in front. Something like this color. So basically something like this. Now, there's still two more additions at least that I want to give this. There's debris and lightning. So I got a comment on one of my recent videos asking if I can make a whole video dedicated to drawing rocks. Because I plan to draw rocks and debris here anyways, I might as well do it now. Okay, so, I don't know how to teach this, just look. There we go. Like, that is literally as much as I can teach, and I wish I was joking. And aside from that, we just get like details like that, like just random shapes. That's pretty much the that's pretty much a good description for like 99% of whatever I do. If you fill in those random black shapes, you get this, and they can even draw another one here, and then like from there you can maybe do that, and there we go. You've now got a rock. I hope that was informative enough. If not, then I don't know. I don't know how else to go about that. You know what, let's maybe just add like a little something to the background. Like something just like way over in the distance, you know what I mean? Something like... just something like that. Nothing much, but slightly better than a flat background. Yeah, that works just fine. Now I'm making the lightning white because I have no idea what color to make it. Most likely either blue or purple. Or might even be red, but we'll see. Alright, hopefully that looks actually cool in motion. I think it's fair to say I definitely approve of how this looks in motion. However, the real question is, what color is it going to be though? Alright, I'll try blue. Oh my goodness, yo! As cool as this looks, I really want to see what it looks like in red. Oh hell no, blue is so much better. Okay, and I'm gonna take a screenshot of this and move it over to Procreate, which by the way, that's what my next video is gonna be on. So now we can basically use this. We can go something like this, right? Look, it don't look too great now, but just hold on a second. And now I've got something like this. Ain't that nice? Yeah, I'll probably start doing something to the debris as well. Probably something like this. I mean, maybe something like that. That looks pretty good, doesn't it? Awkward silence as I'm waiting for an answer on a video.